Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Yes.
Okay, before the practice, remember, in the Dushi Tamjek, so they say the best reminding and the holding is the best, is the impermanent you need to hold. Remember, a couple of days now, the Turkey, and how many people they die with the fear, and so how many people still under the collapse the buildings. It's so devastating. So sometimes, well, I just talked another class. Sometimes we said, "Oh, I'm not looking TV anymore. This is nothing good news." Yes, this you're right. There's nothing good news. But we're not chasing the good news only. With the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas said, wherever difficult, I will rebirth. This is my wishing. This is, you need to see. You definitely look, there are, some kids under the concrete. They cannot come out. How much they fear, they cannot move. And their whole families maybe die, and maybe so many beings there are. And maybe even though you're not yet dead, but you may broken bones and legs and head, many injuries. How terrifying, We keep in our mind to say, if this is my family, how much is suffering? So that is where practice, the impermanent is very powerful. If we see that kind, there's never happen in your place is a guarantee because you are there. It's not like that. Impermanent is every moment. We talk about every moment is so precious. Of course, everybody try to the best time to not waste. Time is like, priceless. We need to do something, and you can see that there are so many teachings, so many places in rejoicing, so many places we have be renowned, and the Turkey situation is very important for our practitioner. The cut attachment, and they help to increase the body, increase all those. So the great Milarepa said, remember, an impermanent is the best teacher in life. And when he received many teaching, the great Marba, and then Marba said, now I'll give you all the teachings, especially you going back in a hometown, the very fresh, very powerful front of your eyes. This is the best you build foundation in your life changing. So Milarepa returned to his hometown. The beautiful house is like looks like earthquake, everything's around. The very kind sister is become in the beggar in somewhere. They don't know where she is. The kind mother passed away years ago. So he come back there. Nothing can his mind say, this is my place. This belongs to me. I need to be here. Then nothing like there. Then he said, his teacher also said, if you go there, don't stay more than 1 week. Because Marwa is enlightened, he can see every clear. And then the great Milarepa indeed renunciate. Then he just strongly never gone back in his mind based on the attachment. Because all the collapsing as helps is a successful meditation. If something's there, he want to stay there. My sister there, I'm so glad to see you here. We can build this house. Maybe something he's stuck there. But he have no object to holding for him to there longer. That is why he liberated, so successful. Likewise, for us, we tension a lot to our life, spend time, these family members, this lifetime. And we die soon. This family is you never see again. Next life, and you are very different places. So the point is the impermanent is very powerful to open our mind and heart. So keep in mind, we can take the prostration time, all those dead beings, consciousness, fearless to rebirth, to go with. Otherwise, you can imagine their sound an earthquake. They can see the building collapse, and you are already piece by piece hitting in your head, and then you will just know consciousness. This is some circle in a pardo, so terrifying, so scared, and that's the continue. So the Buddha said, in the last minute of death, and before you have something good guide, good information, that's carrying to whole your 49 days. So those, suddenly so many people, Syrian and the Turkish.
Recording in progress.
So we're going to keep in mind prayer for them, and all the sentient being is no different, especially all human being are the same. We're looking at the same better life, better understanding, but suddenly this kind of earthquake can happen to separate your family, your hometown, this life. Everything is over. So for us, we're so fortunate. We're talking in the Dharma. We are alive. So we is not only happy to stay here. We need a responsibility to pray for them. Our food, clothing, living thing is every connection, everybody connection everywhere. So we need to keep in mind that, our prayer cannot make for them worse. And Buddhas and Bodhisattva blessing can help for them. So this just need to be the summarize, then please share the text.
Moscow is facing the biggest threat in its history.
See? What happened?
All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all-knowingness, may they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Buddhahood.
It's okay.
Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind.
Tenjun Zawa Dan Jubara Jebe Banden Lama Tamba Namla Japsu Jeb Yidam Jinguru Ji Lazo Namla Japsu Jewa Sanji Jumden De Namla Japsu Tambe chu nam la jab su che wo pakwe kintu nam la jab su che wo pakwe kanchu che kyun sung me so yi she ge chen don de mo nam jab su che wo nam ge ta sa nyam be sum che tam che chu chu tu sum ji ti shin she kwa Kusundu yonda dala tamche je nguwa chewa chuje pongpo tongda jachu sakshi chungne pakwe kintu tamche je ngata chenchen tsawa dan jubara chewe panten lama tamba namla japsu chewa yidam jingur je latso namla japsu chewa sanje chumten de namla japsu chewa Tambe chu namla japsu chewa pakwe kintu namla japsu chewa Pawu kanchu chu kyun sume tso yi shi ke chendan tenpa nam japsu chewa
I and all sentient beings, limitless as the sky, take refuge in the glorious, kind Lama Vajradhara, the embodiment of the body, speech, mind qualities, and activities of the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 times, source of the 84,000 categories of the teachings, and Lord of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
Hoi chanchu nyingpo cheche po sanje namla japsu che chudo chanchu senpa yi tsolang tishin japsu che tara ngunju de sheke chanchu tonne ji pa ta chanchu senpe la pa la te tarim shin ne pa tishin do la pendun do chanchu semne jin je shin tishin dunne la pa Rinpo Shinto Lawaranji Chanchu Nyingpo Chuje Pa Sanje Namla Japsu Che Choda Chanchu Senpa Chola Hang Tishin Japsu Che Chidara Ngunje Deshe Ke Chanchu Tuni Che Pa Chanchu Senpe Lapa Teta Rimshin Pa Tishin Dola Pendun Chanchu Semne Jinje Shin Tishin Tuni
Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed onto the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Sanje chodo doje chanan le chanchu pasu dane japsu che dokyo chinso jive sanam ji chola penche sanje chova sho sanje chodo doje chanan le chanchu pasu dane japsu che dokyo chinso jive sanam ji Rola Benjere Sanje
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Mananga danyam besim chen tamje dewa dan teve judan tempara ju dunga da dunga ge juda jawa ju me jawa ju je nyara judan judan
May all other sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Oh, this kind of leisure and endowment is supremely difficult to obtain. When we obtain this body, which is easily lost, do not waste it meaninglessly, but rather use it to attain the ultimate liberation, joyous result. The nature of all phenomenon is impermanence. Death is a certainty for all who are born. Death can descend any time like a drop of morning dew on a blade of grass. Quick! It is the time to make effort for the essence of dharma. The fruit of one's positive karma is happiness. Suffering is the fruit of negative karma. The inexorable karmic causation is the mode of abiding of all dharmas. Henceforth, practice the dharma by distinguishing between what should be practiced and what should be given up. In the three lower realms, and even in the three higher ones, there is not an instant of absolute happiness. I will avoid the root cause of my samsaric existence and practice the excellent path of peace to enlightenment.
Om ye dharma ye do dhamma va ye do daga da da ga da shava da 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 ga da yana da shamana ye so va om ye dharma ye do dhamma va ye do daga da da ga da shava da 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 ga da yana da va da ma shamana ye so va om ye dharma ye do dhamma va ye do daga da da ga da ga da yana da Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zabuhung Om Samara Samara Bimana Sakara Manza Wahung Pe Om Sambara Sam Manza Buhung Pe Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zabahung Om Samara Samara Bimara Sakara Manza Wahung Pe Om Sambara Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sara Mahanza Bahung Om Samara Samara Bimana Sagara Mahanza Bahung Om Sambara Sambara Bahung Be Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sara Mahanza Bahung Om Samara Bimana Sagara Mahanza Bahung Be Om Sambara Sambara Mahanza Bahung Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sara Mahanza Bahung Om Samara Sambara Bimana Sagara Mahanza Bahung Pet Om Sambara Sambara Mahanza Bahung Pe Om Sambara Sam Bimana Sara Mahanza Bahung Om Samara Samara Bimana Sakra Mahanza Bahung Be Om Sambara Mahanza Bahung Be Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sara Mahanza Bahung Om Samara Sambara Bimana Sakra Mahanza Bahung Be Om Sambara Sambara Bahung Be Omur Ramane, Davardaya Hungbe, Omur Shibamane de Shure Hung, Omur Ramane, Davardaya Hung, Omur Shibamane de Shure Hung, Omur Ramane, Barbadaya Hungbe, Omur Shibamane de Shure Omurze Ramane Ravardaya Hum, Omoshe Bemane de Shure Hum, Umruze Ramane Pravardaya Hum, Omoshe Bemane de Shure Hum, Umruze Ramane Pravardaya Hum, Omoshe Bemane de Shure Hum, Umruze Ramane Pravardaya Hum, Omoshe Bemane de Shure Hum, Oma, 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 Oma. Oma, 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 Oma. Oma, 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 Oma Ahum. Okay, now tonight don't want to explain in detail much because we had many time. But here is one's Tibetan, one's English reading time. You pay attention. All the front of you, wishing fulfill jewel tree, lineage tree, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and the blessing lineages, and the Yidam deity, protector, all those facing for us. And then for you and me, all sentient beings, prostration to those glorious and object in front of you. Now you can, right now is a nice picture in screen. You need to take picture, you need to keep. And then you can print some, the printer place, a little bigger one. This is very important for you. So that is the object homage, and also all the people, their sufferings, and they release the suffering through our effort, our prayer. That's the outside object they need to prayer. Bring also our practice and increase, so forth. So now please now bear with the text. Yeso to sumo sanje tsemben de kasan sanje tonda lenje gyabdo sherbo paru chimbe yon change te sumo chuje ngaro yondo zende chanjo sembe zo te sum gindu namje yonso tiye samso damba juju sumna jadu dende.
Meditate the surroundings as inseparable from a Buddha field. In the space in front of me is a lion throne on which are a lotus, sun, and moon disk seat, in the center of which sits the kind root Lama in the form of Vajradhara with the 7 characteristics, blue in color, 2 arms, holding a Vajra and bell crossed at the heart, and gracefully sitting in the Vajra position, adorned by the silken robes and various precious jewel ornaments, and surrounded by all the lineage lamas. In front of the lion throne is the Yidam Chakra Samvara, the male and female aspects in union, whose manifestation is simultaneously appearance and emptiness. At the right side of the throne is the assembly of the Buddhas of the 3 times, possessing all the auspicious signs of a Buddha together with 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate kalpa. Behind the throne is the Prajna Paramita, proclaiming the relative and ultimate meaning of the 3 yamas. To the left of the throne is the assembly of the compassionate bodhisattvas, surrounded by the Sangha of the three yanas. Around the base of the throne are the Dharmapalas, an ocean of guardians gathered like clouds. Buddhas, Dharmas, Sanghas, Yidams, and Dharma protectors, to these supreme objects of refuge, for protection from the hordes of sufferings of samsara, we all migrators go for refuge until enlightenment is attained. I rejoice when all sentient beings are happy and free from the samsaric suffering and swiftly attain ultimate Buddhahood. For this purpose, from now on until I achieve enlightenment, I will follow the path to the ultimate goal.
Okay, one's English there, refuge one.
I and all mother sentient beings, equal to the limits of space, from this time forth until attaining to the heart of enlightenment. We take refuge in the kind root and lineage lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
All right. Now remember with the prostration and also how to your hands, lay downs, proof prostration, how prostration depend your capacity in your physical things. So we can do prostration. If you try maybe few, maybe if difficult, maybe 3 or 7 times, and then you will back your whatever you weigh. Ask to your body, not your mind, So sometimes we try something, you say, oops, I can try this way. The next day, oh, my back, my knee, taking refuge damage in my back. We don't need that, You can ask your body as very well. So now we'll, the prostration and recitation. I think you have the recording, you did a recording, the long one or short one? You have the recording, how long? How many minutes?
Yes. I think more than 5 minutes.
And then themselves repeat again?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So now the chanting master is the electronic and we need prostration. Then it's good. We can give job for them, Dodo Majuru Nangi Dodo Yambil Zamjia Domjia Janju Yungu Lo Jiji Bodo Dinja Zawada Jubara Jebe Panden Lama Tambanam Japsu Chewo Yidam Jinguru Jil Hazo Namla Japsu Chewo Sanji Chumden De Namla Japsu Chewo Pabeju Namla Japsu Chewo Pabe Kindu Namla Japsu Chewo Bobo Ngondro Chojong Sumaya Tso Yishigi Chandan Denpa Namla Japsu Che Dadam Manjuru Nange Dadam Yambe Samje Tamje Choje Pisum Nishin Shewa Tamje Je Kusum Towo Yonden Tele Tamje Je Ngavrajo Choje Bombo Donjo Jaju Zashin June Pagwe Gindu Tamje Je Ngada Jin Zoba Dai Juvara Jebe Panden Lama Tamba Namla Japsu Che idam jingur ji lazo nam lai japsu jiwo sanje jumden de nam lai japsu jiwo tambe chu nam lai japsu jiwo pagwe gindu nam lai japsu jiwo pawu kanchu chujung sungme so yishi ki chandan denpa nam japsu jiwo dadai manjiro nam je dadai Dada manjuru nange tada nyambe semjen tamje changju nyingbo la cheje part chenjen zawa dang gyuwar jewe banden lama tamba nang gyabsu chewo idam jingur ji lazo namla gyabsu chewo sanje jumden de namla gyabsu chewo tambe chu namla gyabsu chewo Pagwe gindu namla gyabsu chewo bawu kandru chugyun sungme tso ishige jendan denpa namla gyabsu chewo dadang manjuru nange tada nyambe simjen tamje chanju nyingbo la cheje part tenjen zawa dang gyubar jebe panden lama tamba namla gyabsu chewo idam jingoroji Lhasa namla gyabsu chewo sanje jomden de namla gyabsu chewo tambe chu namla gyabsu chewo pagwe gindu namla gyabsu chewo bawu kandru chugyun sume so yishige jendan denpa namla gyabsu chewo tada manjuru nange tada nyambe semjen tam chanju nyingbo la cheje padu chenjen zawa dan gyubara je panden lama tamba namla gyabsu chewo idam jingoro je Lhasa namla gyabsu chewo sanje jomden de namla gyabsu chewo tambe chu namla gyabsu chewo pagwe gindu namla gyabsu chewo bawu kandru chugyun sungme so yishige jendan denpa so chewo Tada Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Samjen Tam Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Pardo Tenjen Zawa Dan Yuvaraje Panden Lama Tombo Namlai Josui Jewa Yidam Jingur Lazo Namlai Josui Jewa Sanje Chumden De Namlai Josui Jewa Tambe Chue Namlai Josui Jewa Pagbe Gindu Namla Japsu Jewa Pawe Kantra Jejun Mezo Yishige Jendan Japsu Jewa Dadang Manjuru Nange Tadanyam Samjen Tamje Chanju Ningbo Lai Cheje Bardo Chenjen Zawa Dang Yubaraje Panden Lama Tamba Namlai Japsu Jewa Yidam Jingur Jil Hatsu Namlai Japsu Jewa Sanje Jumden De Namlai Japsu Jewa Tambe Chua Namlai Japsu Jewa Pagwe Gindu Namlai Japsu Jewa Pawe Kantra Chujung Sume So Yishiki Jendan Demba Namlai Japsu Jewa Tadang Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Simjen Tam Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Bardo Tenchen Tawa Dan Kyubaraje Panden Lama Tamba Namla Japsu Chewo Yidam Jingoroji Lazon Jewo Sanje Jumden De Namla Japsu Jewo Tambe Chu Namla Japsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Japsu Chewo Pawe Kantra Chegyun Some So Nishige Jendan Demba Jewa Dada Manjuro Nange Tada Nyambe Simjen Tamje Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Pat Tenjen Zawa Dan Gyuvara Jebe Panden Lama Tamba Namla Japsu Chewo Yidam Jingur Jil Hatsu Namlai Japsu Chewa Sanje Jumden De Namlai Japsu Chewa Tambe Chu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pagbe Gindu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pawe Kantra Chujun Sume So Yishike Jandan Demba Namlai Japsu Chewa Tada Manjuru Nange Samjen Tamje Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Pado Tenjen Zawa Dan Yuvaraje Panden Lama Tamba Namlai Japsu Chewa Yidam Jingoroji Hatsu Namlai Japsu Chewa Sanje Jumden De Namlai Japsu Chewa Tambe Chu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pagbe Gindu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pawe Kantra Chujun Sume So Nishike Jendan Dem Jewa Tada Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Simjen Tamje Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Bar Tenjen Zawa Dan Gyuvara Jebe Panden Lama Tamba Namlai Japsu Chewa Yidam Jingur Jil Hatsu Namlai Japsu Chewa Tambe Chu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pagbe Gindu Namlai Japsu Chewa Pawe Kantra Chegyun Sume So Yishike Jendan Demba Nam Japsu Chewa. Thank you. Now please seat.
No, fake. No, that's keep prostrating.
Dada Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Samjen Tamje Chanju Ningbo La Cheje Part Tenjen Zawa Dan Gyuvara Jebe Panden Lama Tamba Nam Japsu Chewo Yidam Jingur Jil Hatsu Namla Japsu Chewo Sanje Jumden De Namla Japsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Japsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Japsu Chewo Pawe Kantra Chujun Sume So Nishike Jendan Demba Namla 教授切我大当满足那个他的年辈，甚至他们这长久宁波啦，切记怕天天早晚等与我儿这边，旁边喇嘛他们把那啦教授就。一等经过了节，他做那么了教授就上节中间的那么了教授就坦白就那么了教授就旁边跟读那么了教授就把我看着去讲什么做一些个简单的吧那么。要是这我他的满足了那个他的年辈，甚至他们长久宁波了，切记跑到陈前早晚等遇不了这。旁边喇嘛他们把那么来教授就我一等经过了街，他说那么来教授就三节中间的那么来教授就。坦白就能来教授就我旁边跟读能来教授就把我看着去用送没错一些个简单点吧。自求我大大满足能给他的年辈身边他们长久宁波拉切结把对真正早晚等与我的这半天喇嘛同胞能来教随就我一等经过拉座能来教随就三节中间的能来教随就我特别去能来教随就旁边跟读能来教随就我把我看着这就没错一些个简单教授就我大当满足了那个他的年甚至他们这长久宁过来切结把的陈前早晚等与把它这旁边喇嘛他们把那么来教授就我一等经过了节他做那么来教授就上节中间的那么来教授就我旁边去那么来教授就把我跟读那么来教授就我把我看着去讲说没错一些个简单的把那么来教授就我大当满足了那个他的年辈身间他们长久宁波拉切结把对真正早晚等与把这半天喇嘛他们把那么来教授就我一等经过了节他做就我上节中间的那么来教授就我特别去那么来教授就旁边跟读那么来教授就我把我看着去用上没错一些个简单的吧就我大大满足了那个他的年辈身间他们这长久宁波来切结把真正早晚等与我的这边旁边喇嘛他们把能来教授就一等经过了节他最能来教授就上节中间的能来教授就我旁边去能来教授就旁边跟读能来教授就我把我看追求就算没错一些个简单的把能来教授就我大大满足了那个甚至他们这长久宁波来切结怕对真正早晚等与我的这旁边喇嘛他们把那么来教授就我一等经过了节他做那么来教授就三节中间的那么来教授就我特别去那么来教授就旁边跟读那么来教授就我把我看追求就说没错一些个简单的那 Jewo Dada Manjuro Nange Dada Nyambe Samje Tamje Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Bar Chanjang Zawa Dai Juvara Jewe Bande Lama Tamba Namla Japsu Jew Yidam Jinguro Jil Hazo Namla Japsu Jewo Tambe Chu Namla Japsu Jew Pagbeya Gindu Namla Japsu Jewo Bawe Kandre Chogyong Sume Tso Ishe Ge Jendan Demba Nam Japsu Jewo Jil Hazo Namla Japsu Jew Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Semjen Tamje Changju Nyingbo La Cheje Part Tenjen Zawa Dang Gyuwar Jewe Banden Lama Tamba Nam Gyabsu Chewo Yidam Jingur Ji Hazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jomden De Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Bawu Kandru Chugyong Songme Tso Nishege Jendan Demba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Dadang Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Simjen Tamje Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Part Tenjen Zawa Dang Gyuwar Jewe Panden Lama Tamba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Yidam Jingoro Jil Hazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jomden De Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Bawu Kandru Chugyong Sume Tso Ishege Jendan Demba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tada Manjuro Nange Tada Nyambe Semjen Tam Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Padu Chenjen Zawa Dan Gyubara Jeb Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Yidam Jingoro Je Hazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jomden De Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Bawu Kandru Chugyong Songme Tso Ishige Jendan Demba Tso Chewo Tada Manjuru Nange Tada Nyambe Semjen Tam Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Bardu Tenjen Zawa Dan Gyuwara Jeb Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Yidam Jinguro Hazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jomden De Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Bawe Kandru Chugyong Metso Ishige Jendan Gyabsu Chewo Dadang Manjuru Nange Tada Nyam Semjen Tamje Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Bardu Chenjen Zawa Dan Gyubara Jeb Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Yidam Jingoro Jil Hazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jomden De Namla Gyabsu Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagbe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Bawe Kandru Chugyong Sume Tso Ishege Jendan Demba Namla Gyabsu Chewo Dada Manjuru Tada Nyambe Semjen Tamje Chanju Ishe Gozan Doya Tamje Shiki Chandran Zimbano, Yosu Dada Manjuran, Dungeons of Yosu Jowo Rinpoche, Danvers, Hogwe Gindu Namla Josu, Lama Konchok Sonam, Shiki Chandran Jowo Dada Manjuran, some Jim Jim Chiji Badu Tension Zawa Da Jurash, Wanda Idam Jingoroji Lazon, Sanji Jumdin, La Joseph. Pambechun, La Joseph, Public, Oh, country, Sujan, so Yishik. Bonum La Joseph, Dada Manjuna, Continuing Logic, Badu Tension. Lama Konchok Sonam, Idam Jingoroji, Sanji Jumdin, Pambechun, La Joseph, Public, Oh, country, Sujan, Yishik. Capsule show that the Manjunanga Tadani, and training Bolo Chichi Badu Chinchin Zawa, you were a jeff, one. Idam King or Gil Hazonum Lajas, Sanji Chumden Denham, Dambechuanum Lajas, Jovo, Waking Lajas, Jovo, Bobo country, Chijo Sumet, the Shakers and on the Bona Lajas, Jovo, Tata Manjunanga, Tadanium, Sanjay. Joining Bola, Chiji, Badu, Tension, Zawada, Giver, Jeve, Bandel, Lama, Dambanam, Lodge of Sojevo, Idam Jingor, Lazonam, Lodge of Sojevo, Sanjim, Dendenam, Lodge of Sojevo, Tambechunam, Lodges, Kogak, in Dunam, Lodge of Sojevo, Babu, Gandru, Chujon, Sumeto, Ishiki, Chandan, Damban, Yopsojevo, Tata, Manjuran, Ketat, some Jetam, joining Bola, Chich. Tension Zawada, Jura, Java, Bandel, Lama, Dambanam, Lodge of Sojevo. Islam Jingorji, Hazo, Namalajas, Joe, Sanjay Jumden, Namalajas, Ambeju, Namalajas, Joe, Public into Lobo, Soju, Bobu country, Chijo, Meso. You legend on the Monam Lodges, you don't mind your nugget at the Yambi. Some gentle joining Bolo, JJ, Bondo, Java, Jura, Java, Bondo, Madame, Lodges, you don't. And there's some dinner lodges or so, the Bejun, the whole country is just on the Shik and Temple. Jobsuche, oi, Dada Manjun, get Dada Yambes, and Jentum Chicken, Jumbo, Chich. Then Jentava, the Juvarajeva, Bondo, Lama, Dambanum, Jobsuche. Sanjay Dinner lodges, don't be Junum lodges, Joe, Public. Babu Gandru Chujon Some Toy, Gizen Dan Dambanum, Jobsu Chewo, Adar Manjuru Nange, Tata Nyambe, Samje, Tamje, Chanju Ningbo La Chiki Part, Tenchen Zawa, Dan Jubara Jeva, Bande Lama, Tambanum La Jobsu Chewo, Yidam Jingurji, Lazo, Namla Jobsu. Sanjay Jumden, Nam Lai Jobsu, Jowo, Tambe, Chu, Nam Lai Jobsu, Papi Kindu, Nam Lai Jobsu, Jowo, Bobo Kandru, Chujon Song Me Tso, Ishiki Jendan Demba, Nam Lai Jobsu, Chewo. Now, before we have the lineage tree, the all sentient beings, prostration to the great Buddhas and Bodhisattva. Now, dissolution state. Remember this in the front of you, and lineage tree, and the top, Vajradhara to the Lord Jigden Sumgong in the central the trunk or branch, and then dissolve to the center. Likewise, the right side, the Avalokiteshvara in all Bodhisattva dissolve to the center, same as the left, and behind the branches, Parjana Paramita Sutras and Tantras, all the texts or pustak dissolve to the center. Then in front, all the highest Yoga Tantra deities dissolve to the center. The center all become one sort of the light. Then the same as the before the prostration, and your right side, all the male from and the father and all those sentient beings. Left side in your mother and all mother beings. Those dissolve to the you in the center, all sentient beings becoming one light. The sentient beings become one, the pure consciousness light, and Bodhisattva's light. The wisdom and the Samaya light is become one. And the oneness light is become like space. You meditate that way, clear, boundless, unseparable. Please meditate that way. Om a I U U re re le le o an a ka ka ga ga za 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 nya da 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 na da 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 ba 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 ma yo ro lo zo 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 om a I U re re le o an ai ka ka ga ga za 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 da 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 nai da 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 nai bo 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 ma yo ro lo wa zo 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 o ma a I Okay, now dedication and long life prayer. And also end of the we will do a prayer for rebirth, the Sugawadi Pure Land as well. Tungu Sambu Jinji Sunze Bo Chenle Lundruwa Gejara Shabden Sho Quencho Sumji Demba Timba La Nagi Onju Jizun Jambe Tugden Ranju Dumu Dunze Chuji Nawa Gejara Shabden Sho Kumbe Chujuru Tuwa Demba La Nindu Chemba Jetan londa gana janja ba lu do ba mo janja ju sha de dorje chanjen de le na morbo me la ju ja gan bo ba mo do ba jo ga ju la ma num ji da shi sho sunum de ye tan je se kwa tonum ni be danum panje de jagan je panu ju ba Sega solo ando ando sho chanjo samjor maji panam chi juru chi chi ba nyamba me ba kone gondo pe wara sho lama kungam samvara sovande chodo guzer wa sovande vitinle tarjin ge wara sovande Lama Konchok Sonam. Chambe Bowu Chetar Jemba Dong Kundu Sambu Denya Tishin Teda Kunji Cheso Dalo Je Gyawan Teda Damje Rabdo Sanje Kusum Nibe Chenlo Dong Chuni Gyuru Dumbe Chenlo Kendu Meje Dumbe Chenlo Je Chedra Ngushe Molam Dobarasho Tadang Kunde Dam Jeji Tusum Do Sakwa Dang Yube Gebe Zawandi Dodong Samjang Domjin Yurdo Lana Mepa Yanda Wazu Chanju Rumbu Je Dowara Juju Je Shija Gunzu Gunja Juja Tandu Nala Jio Bo Sede Bo Sheju Duzum Jenjuro Meditations to okay. Mo Zara Sanje Nawa Daya Daya Sojo Duje Jumbo Yundu Sambo Duje Dono Suje Jansen Pame Ije Zara Badum Eva Yilde Waje Jove Shingamde Tashindan Suwa Jurma Doi Jawa Shinje Pama Chabar Tero Jene Namde Shetan Sho Jege Doge Monu Dovande Choje Sanje Jansan Damje Je Kanyan Parachenje Ladosu Teo Doi Benden Deyo Dezo
Imaho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Chen. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May we have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teata Pansadriya Awabodhanaya Soha.
the teachings.
May the teachings of the great Drikung Kagyu, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind root and lineage lamas, divine assemblies of Yidam deities and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Yogins, Yoginis, and Dakinis, dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, in the innate root of virtue, not result in the 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Sharakya or Pratekya Buddha. May all other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading Maras and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and the pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo.
Okay, everyone, thanks. And good night. Yeah, so tonight there when the procession counting 21.